The sight that greeted him nearly made him gasp aloud. Okay, he's like, okay. In the dim light up ahead, he saw Kanan, and she had some white guy pressed against the wall, a knife to his throat. Welcome back to attempted murder. Achi quickly yanked his head back out of view. Could it be? Was this the man Kanan said she was after? Achi had to resist the urge to go charging out there. Some amateur heading and half-cocked might as well be more of a liability to Kanan than any sort of help. He heard her mutter something to the man in English. We know nothing about Alpard's background, nationality, sex, age. Achi could just barely make out the words, but since it was all in English, he had no idea what they meant. But we do know that whoever they are, they have connections to Langley? Slang for the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency headquartered in Langley, Virginia. Oh no! Achi peeked out again, very cautiously, in time to see the man raise an eyebrow at Kanan's words. Interesting. That doesn't mean you need to threaten me at knife point, though. He flashed her a thin smile. It does, actually, because I happen to know that you're a CIA agent. No sooner were Kanan's words out than the man grabbed her arm and tried to hurl her against the wall. Chrissy, I love that fan art from Will with you being a Danganronpa character. I know, it's really good fan art from Will. Welcome back to attempted murder. This isn't a Michaela stream. Well, it is now. Just before her head connected, though, she jackknifed her upper body forward, then planted both feet against the wall and kicked off with tremendous force. She used her momentum to launch herself forward, regaining her position with her knife against the man's throat. Oh, fuck! But during his brief opening, the man had managed to draw a gun from inside his jacket. Now the barrel was pressed right against Kanan's heart. Oh, fuck, Achi, what you gonna do? Achi swallowed a lump in his throat. How about we call it a truce, Kanan said softly. She withdrew her knife. Yeah, sounds like you and I are both after the same thing. The man likewise lowered his gun. With a faint smile, Kanan turned her back on him and vanished down the adjacent stairwell. No, it's a Christy stream, and I am here for my cutie Christy. Thank you. Actually, had no idea what had just happened. They stopped fighting, though, so this guy probably wasn't Kanan's mastermind after all. If only Achi spoke a little English, he might have been able to follow their conversation. Don't worry, I know English. He found himself wishing he'd taken school more seriously. When he looked again, he saw that the man, too, had disappeared. Okay, how? Did he Batman out of there? What? Houdini? I don't know. Hitomi stood up from her chair as Achi hurried into the waiting area. How's Suzune? She asked. For now, she's not in any immediate danger, they said. That's good to hear. Yeah, but she might die. But more importantly, Kanan was here just now. Magic. What? Why? I'm not sure. I'm not smart enough to figure that out. Well, at least he's telling the truth. Achi slumped his shoulders. Huh. What? I'm not quite sure what you mean. Exactly. I couldn't understand anything she was saying. Hell, he couldn't even figure out how to get through to Hitomi. May I have a moment? A voice spoke unexpectedly from behind Achi.
Hello. I don't know. Do you have a reservation?
His breath caught in his throat as he turned around. Standing there was the man Kanan had been struggling with.
What's up, my dude?
Achi asked. He tried to sound as nonchalant as possible, but the man wasn't looking at Achi. Oh god, Stanley. You're Hitomi Osawa, is that right? Ah, yes. Hey, Achi snapped. Keep your distance. He sat protectively in front of Hitomi. This guy, he's not what he looks like. Achi clenched his fist and adopted a defensive posture. But Kanan said, hey, he's all good, huh? Hitomi seemed panicked. Achi said, this might be the person... I don't know who he is, but he's not our friend. The man calmly reached into his jacket pocket, fearing he might be about to draw his gun. Archie braced for action. Here's my badge. My name is Jack Stanley. I'm a security assistant officer with the U.S. Embassy. Archie held back his punch as the man held out his ID card. Wow, look at that shit. Archie is great. Well, we can't find out that Archie knows about Kanan. Embassy. Oh yeah, he couldn't follow their conversation. That's like blah. Whip sound. Whoop. What does someone for the U.S. Embassy want with me? Hitomi asked timidly. You're being targeted by a dangerous criminal. I'm here to take you into protective custody. Custody? Archie's temper flared. Buzz off, pal. We're busy here. Busy searching for Maria Osala? Stanley asked. Archie and Hitomi exchanged glances. I know the full details of the trouble you currently find yourselves in. Well, all right, then, Archie said. Then you should know we don't have time to get taken into custody. I'm afraid you don't understand the situation we're dealing with. We're up against a dangerous international criminal here. Taking reckless action is only going to put her life in danger. Here's my badge. Don't be a fool. This is no time to play the knight in shining armor. Hey! Archie was infuriated, but he couldn't think of a comeback. After all, it was true that Hitomi had run into danger time and again while she was with him. But I'm already safe, Hitomi insisted. I'm only here right now because Archie has been protecting me. She eyed Stanley sharply. I've got Archie with me. I don't need your protection. Archie felt a surge of pride that practically brought tears to his eyes. If Hitomi would have let him, he would have given her an enormous hug. Stanley grimaced in resignation. All right. In that case, how about I join your search for Maria? I can help keep you safe that way instead. I don't know. Dude, 3's better than 2. Hitomi grabbed hold of Archie's sleeve. The Stanley fella didn't have the most trustworthy face, Archie thought, but he realized that he might be biased after being chased around by foreigners all day. After all, if this guy really were after Hitomi, he probably have already made a show of force. Not only did he have a gun on him, he was sufficiently skilled in martial arts to hold his own against Kanan. He'd have no trouble taking down a single unarmed opponent like Archie. Hitomi, I get the impression this Stanley guy is not our enemy right now. Hitomi gave a slight nod. All right. I trust your judgment on this, Archie. Good, this is so straight. Now then, what's the plan from here? Stanley asked. I mean, even though Stanley isn't trustworthy, he could help them. Yeah, I think he's trustworthy now because Kanan associated with him with the CIA, which she is a part of, and she's like, the CIA can't be trusted because that's where Alfred is based from. So you know, but then she's like, oh wait, you're after the same goal as me. So okay, we good. Fist bump. Out we go. Now then, what's your plan from here? Stanley asked, not wandering aimlessly around town, I hope. There was a trace of snidness in his voice. Snidness? You can just keep your mouth shut, Archie replied. What the fuck is sidness? Sidness, Kirsty. We can wander around town all day if we feel like it. Two can play that snarky game, he thought to himself. Poor Hitomi looked distressed. Very well, if that's what you want, I can stay quiet. But first, I need to inform the police that I have Miss Osawa in my custody. Wait, hold on, Hitomi blurted. That isn't a good idea. Stanley inclined his head. Why is that? Well, since you already seem to know most of the story, Hitomi quickly explained the kidnapper's threat and described the search for the minivan. Stanley remained quiet, listening with obvious interest. I see, he said when she finished. Still, when that minivan exploded, didn't that make your promise to the kidnappers a moot point? Hitomi nodded. I suppose it did, didn't it? Let me just ask one more question. Do either of you know a detective by the name of Teteno? No, we haven't run into any detectives. Yeah, exactly. The only folks we seem to run into are the guys who are after Hitomi. I see. A grim expression crossed Stanley's face. Right now, I'm going to get in touch with the investigation task force. I'll have them contact your parents for you. Would you mind speaking with them so they can confirm it's really you? Sure, all right, Hitomi said. Oh my god, Osawa's gonna be okay. Stanley got on his wireless and described their current circumstances to the police. Mr. Endo, hold on. Suddenly, Mr. Saeki appeared running down the hallway. There's something I forgot to tell you regarding your father. Oh? Archie got a sinking feeling. I got a call from him yesterday afternoon, and he asked me something rather odd. Huh? What? What? Preparations for a transplant? I'm sorry, I'm not entirely sure I understand what you're asking. Seikei clutched the receiver. Daisuke Endo's brooding tone was more than a little disturbing. No, it's alright, Endo said. This is all just difficult to talk about, Doctor. Oh no, please, forget I said anything. There's just one important thing I wanted to let you know. Yes? Huh? There's going to be a brain-dead woman coming away at probably around 9 o'clock this evening, I expect. Her blood type is Bombay. Are you fucking joking? Oh my god, the dad hired the guy in the cane. No, are you fucking joking? Oh my fucking god. That's why they want Hitomi, because her blood type's Bombay. The fucking father found this out, hired his childhood friend that was in the picture with him, and is now telling him, go after Hitomi, assassinate her so she can become brain dead and we can have the heart transplant happen today. Oh my fucking god. Bombay was the extremely rare blood type that Endo's daughter, Suzune, possessed. Any transplant donor for Suzune would also need to have Bombay blood type. Since she has the same blood type as Suzune, the transplant itself isn't an issue, Endo continued. The only thing I'm concerned with is about whether the procedure can be done within the limited time window. I hate to trouble you, but I just called because I think it would be best prepared for the surgery as soon as possible. What the fuck? The more Seikei heard, the more disturbed he grew. It felt like he was listening to this man go on about some strange delusion. Doctor, please, just take good care of Suzune. Oh my god, with that Endo hung up. What? This game's fucked up. That father's fucked up. Achi kept quiet as he listened to Dr. Seiki's tell his story. Of course, that was yesterday, and I still haven't heard anything about a brain-dead girl turning up. After all, only God would know when someone would wind up in a state of brain-dead. But still, there was just something very strange about what your father said. It was as if he was certain that someone was going to wind up brain-dead or... Just stop right there, Achi exclaimed. Stanley and Hitomi turned in surprise. They were still in the middle of their wireless call to the police. Don't get me wrong, the doctor said hastily. I'm not trying to imply that your father would hurt anyone. What I'm worried about is that your father's mental state is... No, Hachi interrupted him again. That's not it. That's some FMA levels of evil dads. His own words from earlier spun within his head. So as long as we have these cameras, this guy has nowhere to run. Oh, fuck. The security cameras. I'm sure this is the place. That's how he's been fucking following them, because the father gave him access to him. The father's been fucking communicating with the assassin cane man. That makes so much fucking sense. The man with the cane. He's been on the phone with someone. That didn't mean anything. It was just a coincidence. Wow, the dad used the cameras to alert the man. Yep. That is so fucked up. That couldn't be true. Well, it is true, buddy boy. Achi searched desperately for some other explanation. That was it. Anyone from the downtown committee could have used the camera monitoring room. Yeah, no one's been by to check today. But they also could use it. How would he fucking know? He's been having a little nap. No dice. No one from downtown had been by the surveillance room today. But your father's store. He could check it from his store. It couldn't be. It couldn't. So the dad put his own in danger. Yep, father of the year. Achi began to tremble. That's how the guy knows his fucking name. Oh my god, because he's friends with his dad. Is something the matter, Hitomi asked. Achi, you're pale as a ghost. Achi gazed beseechingly back into her face. With just one simple question, you could clear this whole thing up. Please tell me I'm overthinking this. He prayed inwardly before asking. Hitomi, would you mind telling me your blood type? Why do you ask? Please, just tell me. I have sort of weird blood type, Hitomi said. It's called Bombay. The twists just keep on fucking coming. Yeah, well, yeah, at first, but now he knows that he has Maria, and he's using Maria as bait in order to lure in Hitomi. Bombay, more like bombshell. The last piece of the puzzle fell into place. I like Junji with the jokes, man. Junji with the jokes. There was no longer any room for doubt. Achi found himself facing a sad and painful truth. Why? Why? With an anguished scream, Achi punched the wall as hard as he could. But his fist still didn't hurt as much as his heart. Dad, why? Keep out! Damn, I feel so bad for Achi. His dad is a low-key piece of shit. Yeah. Seriously. Oh! To be continued? Already? Holy fuck, people. Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Holy fucking shit. To be continued that early? What? Let's continue with Minorikawa. Not even low-key, it's totally high-key piece of shit. What I miss? E-Man, you missed the fact that Achi's father hired the guy with the cane to kill Hitomi because Hitomi has the same blood type as Achi's sick sister. So if he killed Hitomi, then the sister would have a good a compatible person to have a heart transplant with. It's fun, blah, blah, blah. We saw this already. Oh, the reporter. Yeah, we're back with the reporter because we, had to end his part. Because we accidentally ran over Achi. But now Achi's okay. Bruh, this fucking game. I can't. Alright, yeah, okay, I get you. I'm just gonna go get something. Probably gonna go get a gun. And I'm outie. Bye. Don't go anywhere, but I'm going places. Yeah, Achi isn't dead anymore. We have a to be continued. I can't wait to see how his story ends. Holy fuck. There's my principal again. Do you need a ride, sir? Yeah, I do. Please take me far away from here. Oh, yeah, there was a big explosion. Did you hear about that? That was pretty spectacular, you know? Way better than fireworks. Yeah, there was like a middle-aged man in there too. Did you hear about that? I don't know how I heard about that. But, you know, I heard. Okay. Look tired, sir. Yeah, I guess so. His reply was barely audible. Oh boy, here we fucking go! Here we fucking go, people. The taxi stopped outside of Heaven Publishing. Minorikawa left a 1,000-yen bill on the seat and exited the cab. Oh fuck, here we go. Here we go. He was stumbling his way toward the building when someone called out to him. Mr. Minorikawa! Osawa! Osawa's out and about now? How the fuck? So, what I'm understanding is that, when you get a to be continued with all the characters, the game progresses. Yes. We have to, yeah, basically. The to be continued is the thing we're looking for here. It was Kenji Osawa. But we can't jump to him quite yet. Because we're not there. Oh! Mr. Osawa. Sorry, but I haven't been able to look into that thing you asked about yet. I see. That's quite alright. Osawa looked pale and haggard. Minorikawa's reported sense started tingling. This guy is the key to something. He recalled what he heard the detective and his buddy talking about back at the scene of the explosion. Roughly 8 hours ago, they infected Maria Osawa with the UA virus. Fucking tell him that! You have to tell him that, you son of a bitch! If we don't administer Kenji Osawa's antiviral before she develops symptoms? You're caught up in something big, aren't you? How do you know that? Because, the reporter said simply, I'm Minoru Minorikawa. Fucking tell him that, dude. Tell him that his daughter was infected with the UA virus 8 hours ago. Osawa rolled his eyes. Well, that'll make this simpler, I guess. Get in. I'll tell you everything. Minorikawa hesitated. This might be a big chance to land a beyond incredible scoop. Yet it felt it was too late to matter. Fucking who cares? Go! Go with him, motherfucker! You don't drop a star until you have what you need. Maybe it was too late to save Toyama. But Minorikawa got in the car. Fuck yeah! Osawa's tale was beyond anything Minorikawa had imagined. So they send you threatening emails, devise a plan to kidnap your daughter in order to get the antiviral, and now that's failed, they're turning to bioterrorism. Finally, Minorikawa was able to flesh out the story behind the conversation he overheard earlier. And as he did, he could feel a growing sense of exhilaration. So basically, they're now effectively holding all the people in Shibuya hostage and demand the antiviral. Is that it? Before Osawa could answer, a new idea occurred to Minorikawa. Wait, hold on. Why didn't they just start by holding the whole city hostage? Why did they need to go through all the trouble of kidnapping your daughter? I don't know, Osawa said, shaking his head. Wait, the steering wheel is on the right in Japan? Yep. I'm pretty sure a lot of countries, like Britain, for example, it's on the right. Is it on the right? I think so. Yeah, but I know for sure in Japan, the steering wheel is on the right side, and they drive on the other side of the road. Perhaps they want the ransom money for a mere 50 million yen. I can't imagine international terrorists bother for that much. You can't know how terrorists think, Osawa spat. Let's just assume though, could there be some other reason they abducted your daughter? America's the weird one, honestly, seriously. We're weird. Osawa didn't reply. He was probably too preoccupied with finding a way to save his infected daughter to think about anything else. Still, something about the course of events didn't quite add up to Minorikawa. But whatever the case, if the criminals were after this antiviral, then sticking with Osawa ought to bring him closer to the truth. Minorikawa was still mulling that over when they arrived at the laboratory. Here we fucking go! The lab. What? The two men hopped out of the car and were immediately rushed by a pair of security guards who subdued them in a matter of moments. Well, America chose to use Fahrenheit over Celsius. So weird. We also use the dates weird. We go, month, day, then year, instead of day, month, then year. And then we also still do daylight savings for some fucking reason. Nobody else does, but we do. Hey, Minorikawa protested. What the hell is this? What the fresh hell is this? Unhand me, Osawa yelled. I'm Kenji Osawa. This is my lab. But evidently that didn't matter to the guards. Ew. Forehead man. Another man emerged from the building. He and Osawa exchanged a few brief words. Judging from the tone of the conversation, this was someone who outranked Osawa at the company. Take him away. As the newcomer looked on, the guards dragged Osawa into the building. Hey, Minorikawa shouted at the man as he began to walk away. Don't you know what's going to happen to Shibuya? Don't you care? If you just stand by and let people of this city die, Okushi Pharmaceutical is going to be held responsible. The man stopped in his tracks. And if that happens, you'll be ruined personally too, Minorikawa added. You know I'm right. I don't give a shit. That will be up for the police to decide. You're going to regret this. Don't be a fool. Minorikawa's resolve was unwavering. His pen would mete out justice. And he might have come close to forgetting what he once stood for, but now that old fire was back. I see. It seems this isn't something to leave unchecked. The man gestured with his jaw. Take him as well. More security guards surrounded Minorikawa. Hey, stop it, let me go! But though he struggled fiercely, there was no escape. Once he was dragged through those laboratory doors, Norikawa never wrote another article again. Oh my fucking god. They killed him. Holy shit. Okay. Bad end, motherfuckers. Detained at the lab. Norikawa accompanied Osawa to the lab, but there was no getting past the security guards. And even if Osawa couldn't get into his own lab, there was no reason to go there. It's Osawa who needs to decide on a different course of action here. Wow, that is dark. Oh, okay. Just okay. Jesus. Oh my god, we're almost done with his hour. Fuck. Okay, Osawa time. To Osawa, bitches. I don't want to know how people feel. All I want to know is what viruses feel. I prefer viruses because they make no move to encroach on me from the other side of my microscope. They leave me free to let my thoughts wander as I wish. Jesus strings away! And while it may be true to say I understand viruses, I have never been able to understand my fellow humans. I don't know them. I don't know a single fundamental thing about them. With Tanaka dead, trying to use the backup passwords for the fingerprint scanner had become a hopeless endeavor. The only remaining means of gaining entry to the storage area was to issue an emergency unlock request to the electronic lock manufacturer. In order to do that, they needed approval from the 6 members of the board of directors. Hand. Look at the hand. Returning to his study, Osawa called Makino's personal cell phone. What is it? Makino said gruffly as soon as he picked up. Osawa informed him of the situation, including Tanaka's death and the fact that Maria was infected. The news left Makino at a loss for words. Please, Osawa begged. You need to hold an emergency board meeting. Makino was silent for a few moments. I am afraid I can't do that, Star Fox. Why not? Are you just going to sit by and let my daughter die, Osawa raged? And not just her. If Maria goes symptomatic? If Maria goes symptomatic... That was still only an if, but Osawa was reluctant to put his fears into words. If she goes symptomatic, the UA virus will sweep through all of Tokyo. I realized that, Makino replied, but one of the board members is overseas on business. Holding a meeting is impossible. Despite the gravity of the situation, he sounded astoundingly nonchalant. That is still fucked up how they killed Tanaka, even if he wasn't trustworthy. He had a way to provide the cure. That wasn't an accident by the bio-terrorists. It was on purpose. I know, right? Fuck. Osawa couldn't back down now. There must be some other option, like a web conference or something. That doesn't help us if we can't get in touch with him, Makino huffed. He went missing. Of course he went fucking missing a few days ago in the middle of his business trip. A fucking course. A fucking course. Osawa was almost too appalled to be angry. That was the most ridiculous lie I've ever heard. Would you like to speak to my on-site contact if you don't believe me? That was like arguing with a child. This was like arguing with a child. If Makino was deliberately working against him, he'd never know if this disappearance was real or not. In that case, can you please appoint a representative instead? Osawa pleaded. Selecting a representative is a complicated process. We'll expedite it. Even if we started right now, it would take until sometime tomorrow afternoon to complete. Tomorrow afternoon. By then, it would be too late for any of this to matter. Sir, can't you see how absurd the things you're saying are? What would you have me do? Makino barked. These are the realities of corporate politics. I understand, sir. You will do nothing for my daughter. That's what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying, Makino replied. Look, I'll see what I can do to appoint a representative more quickly. He hung up. Fuck. His tone suggested that waiting for an appointee wouldn't be a terribly hopeful prospect. I have no more allies, Osawa thought. You have Karjiwara and you have Minorikawa. Fuck it, I forgot how to say his name now. All I have now left are foes. He couldn't count on anyone. Nope, he is gonna have to get the antiviral by himself. He couldn't count on anyone anymore. Osawa was just going to have to get the antiviral by himself. Tanaka might be dead, but there still must be a way to get that lock open. Taking extra care to avoid the notice of detectives, Osawa snuck out of the house and headed for the garage. I think that... Okay. Kano time, I guess. Fuck. Okay. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Nani? Keep out, Nani. I think we're good, actually. Fuck! That's not what I meant. Can we do the jump here? Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good, folks. We're good. As he was driving past Ayoma, Osawa spotted a man he recognized walking along. He pulled up alongside him and called out through the window. Mr. Minorikawa. Oh, Mr. Osawa. Sorry, but I haven't been able to look into the thing you asked me about yet. I see. That's quite alright. The business with I and Tanaka could wait until later. Right now, he needs to focus on protecting Shibuya. If he didn't get his hands on that antiviral, you're caught up in something big, aren't you? How do you know that? Because I'm Minoru Minorikawa. Well, the man's egotism had some justification. Maybe he didn't know the details, but he clearly had some inkling about Osawa's situation. Something clicked in Osawa's mind. He was up against the wall, so Okishi Pharmaceutical had told him they were going to just let Maria die. He was past the point where he could resolve this peaceably. You mean peacefully? Peaceably? Okay. But he was not going to give up without a fight. When it came time, Osawa was sure this man could help him. Well, that'll make this simpler, I guess. Get in. I'll tell you everything. Minorikawa thought for a moment, then got into the passenger's seat. As he drove to the lab, Osawa filled Minorikawa in all the details. Let me take you for a ride downtown. The reporter listened intently, occasionally interrupting to ask a question. So how are you planning on getting your hands on the antiviral? He asked when Osawa had finished. I'm not sure. I figured I'd think of something after I got there. Minorikawa let a nasal chuckle. Just improvising, huh? Ah, well, I'll back you up. At least I know I found my way onto something important. Oh god, here we fucking go. We're fucked. We're fucked! They pulled up outside the lab and the two men got out of the car. And as soon as they did, they got fucked. Immediately, a team of security guards burst through the gate and forced Osawa on the ground. Hey, Minorikawa protested. What the hell is this? The guards grabbed him as well. Unhand me, Osawa yelled. I'm Kenji Osawa. This is my lab. Mr. Osawa, Minori shouted. What the hell is going on? But Osawa was just as confused. Fuck you, dude. He looked up to see Makino standing before him. Sir, tell me these thugs to let me go. But Makino just frowned silently down at him. So, not only will you not help me, you're actively getting in my way? Osawa glared up at his boss. Maria's life, no, countless human lives are at risk. Square, thank you for the host. How are you doing, Square? I hate this music, me too. Well, and there's nothing that you alone can do about that. That's what I need you to understand. Makino gave a signal to the guards, who proceeded to drag Osawa away. The scientist riddled with despair at his own impotence. In the end, there was nothing I could do. Okay, well, I guess we have to wait for Makino, or we have to do something else in, like, Kano's route, for example? He'll have to make some other decision. Okay. Well, fuck. All right. So we just wait. Doing well, Christine. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Square. I'm glad you're doing well. Happy to hear it. Okay. So, wait? That just seems like the worst option, though. Why do we have to wait? And everyone died. The end. Back to lab again. Oh, fuck. Okay. Still, he just have to take Makino at his word. Right now, that was the only course of action. And nothing came of it. Osawa sat down in front of his computer and quietly closed his eyes. If only I could just go to sleep and wake up tomorrow morning and find all of this resolved. All I'm asking for is a miracle. But he knew reality would never be so kind. He could only hold his eyes shut as long as he wanted, and it wouldn't make this hopeless situation go away. He felt the anxiety welling up inside him until it seemed like he was going to explode. Needing a distraction from his helplessness, Osawa opened up IADNet. Of course he did. He knew this was mere escapism. But he couldn't just sit and do nothing while waiting for Makino to call back. He posted a new topic with the title Aya Fortune Teller. I tried the Eye of Fortune Teller. My results basically said I was a bad person who can't connect to people around me. And you know what? That's exactly right. I'm only interested in my own little world. IANet, yeah, it's Ayakamimiki forum. That's probably why my wife and my assistant at work got so fed up with me. It's the same with my 2 daughters. What sort of things are they interested in? I don't fucking know. Do they have a lot of friends? What are their aspirations for the future? I don't know any of those things. It never even occurred to me to find out. I'm such a terrible father. At least you're realizing it. Oof. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so cute. Sorry for the lack of chat. I was designing cars again. Don't worry about it. Guys, seriously, if you just lurk around, I don't care. You're here, which is great. That's all I care about. You guys just being here and watching my streams, it means so much to me. That's all I can ask for. Osawa's fingers ceased their tapping on the keyboard as he thought back to when Maria and Hitomi were younger. Daddy! Daddy! The 2 girls would follow him around like a pair of puppies. Don't want to play, no bitch. Their father was their everything. That much was clear just by looking at their faces. He felt a ticklish giddiness at having his girls cling to him so. He never felt anything like this in his life. But there were times we also found it tiresome. I am sick of being the person I am. I'm not crying, you're crying. There's something in my eye. There's nothing I can do about that, though. I'm sure it's far too late for me to change. It's never too late, man. He poured out all of his negative emotions onto his post. It felt like a stream of consciousness drivel, but he did not hesitate to write it all down the same. He wanted other people to know what a miserable excuse for a human being he was. At last, when he couldn't think of anything else to add, he posted his bitter confession to the forum. He was staring numbly at the monitor when he heard a ferocious shout from the next room. You've got to be kidding me! It was Karjwara, and Osawa never heard him so angry. Are you fucking kidding me? What happened, bro? Bro, what happened, man? What is all this? What happened? What happened? Osawa headed into the living room and found Karjwara embroiled in a vehement argument with the other detectives. Vehement? Yeah. I don't care what HQ's policy is. I will not just go quietly along with this. Karjwara had already screamed himself red in the face. You out of line, snapped one MPD detective. Hold your tongue. I don't care if I'm out of line. You may have talent, I'll give you that, the other detective said. But you're a precinct detective, and this isn't your jurisdiction. It's not your place to question orders from higher up. Wait, Osawa thought. Karjwara really is a real detective after all? Oh my god. Go on, explain the situation to Mr. Osawa. Kajiwara bit his lip in frustration at the other detective's order. Very well, he said. But before he could say more, Osawa noticed that the police equipment had all been cleared off the table. Hold on, Osawa said. What's going on? Has something happened? Allow me to explain, sir, Kajiwara said. His bitterness showed plainly on his face. We've been recalled, sir. Because the kidnapping task force has not found, because of the kidnapping, the task force has not yet found Maria. Okay. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Osawa narrowed his eyes, fighting to keep the confusion from his face. What do you mean by that? He was shaking, terrified to have his suspicions confirmed. I'm truly sorry, sir, for having been unable to help you. Kajiwara gave a deep and solemn bow. But Maria, what's going on? What's going to happen to Maria? Another unit has been tasked with bringing your daughter into custody, sir. That much at least Osawa could process. You're going to place her under quarantine, aren't you? But it's airborne! What the fuck are you gonna do about that? Kajiwara's lips stiffened, but he nodded. In order to minimize the spread of the virus, so I'm told. No! Osawa cried. You can't do that. If you do, there won't be any way to save her. His head spun. Please, I beg of you. You need to get Maria to me. I might be able to save her. When Kajiwara didn't respond, he turned to the other detectives. Please, don't. You can't place Maria under quarantine. But the detectives' only answer was to avert their eyes. Why are you all ignoring me? Please, you have to listen. If you bring her to me, I can figure something out. I know I can. He plunked himself down on the floor, yelling and flailing his arms like a child throwing a tantrum. No! Kajiwara, come back! The detectives exchanged sullen looks with one another, and then walked off and left him there. He knew he must be a sorry sight, but nevertheless he kept shouting after them. Please, don't stand by and let my daughter die! Wow, this fucking sucks. Oh, Kajiwara's still here. Hey, bro, wanna team up? Fuck the man, am I right? Let's stick it to him. Just get that cure. If they put her in quarantine before the symptom begins, they can lock off the toxic air. That is true. Okay, I didn't think about that, Will. Only Kajiwara remained with him in the living room. I'm sorry, sir. This was beyond my ability to stop. He gave another apologetic bow. Osawa felt suddenly deflated. No, you've done a fine job, Detective Kajiwara. It's me who should be sorry. I've made such a disgraceful display of myself. That's not true, sir. In fact, I'm deeply moved. I can tell how much Maria must mean to you. Osawa shook his head. If I'd really been thinking about Maria, I would have made an effort to work with you detectives more. That was all just self-absorbed shouting. A moment of emotion justice. And yet, as a result, you convinced me to stay here with you. Oh, what a bay. Have to go for now. We'll try to make it back if I can. Okay, it's okay, Junie. Bye. Thank you for coming. Kajiwara processed to pull out his phone and put in a request with the task force headquarters for May at the Osawa residence. He got into a heated spat with his commanding officer, but ultimately received permission to stay on as a police liaison with Osawa. Well, the detective said when he hung up, you see, there are some people who are legitimately moved by a parental display of emotion. Even if I'm not certain that I can do very much in staying here with you. That's not true, Osawa replied. There's plenty you can help me with. He looked into the Kajiwara's face and smiled. For instance, I can have a banana whenever I want. Kajiwara returned Osawa's grin even more brightly. Yes, of course. By all means, have as many as you like. He then produced a pair of bananas from his pocket, handing one of them to his companion. That's so fucking cute. Oh my god. Osawa peeled his banana and took a hearty bite. The mild sweetness was pleasant and soothing. It was a flavor that brought back memories. I often eat bananas when I go to the park with my daughter, Kajiwara muttered between mouthfuls. I didn't realize you had a daughter, Detective. She just started grade school this year. Oh, really? She must be adorable. Well, I don't get to see her as much as I'd like. A lonely sort of smile crossed Karjuara's face. Why is that? Doing this job caused me to neglect my family. Finally, about 2 years ago, my wife hit me with the divorce paperwork. Holy fuck! I wanted to be able to keep our daughter with me, but, well, the law tends to favor the mother when it comes to custody issues. Oh, fuck, dropping the fucking tea here. Oh my god, it's the half-eaten chocolate bar. The detective then pulled 2 bars of chocolate from his pocket. It's good to have something sweet when you're exhausted, he said. Osawa took one, but said nothing. More recently, my ex-wife has been talking about getting remarried, Karjuara continued, and she wants me to stop seeing our daughter. He bit into his own chocolate bar with a soft snap. It's no less than I deserve, but still, it hurts. Osawa couldn't help but sympathize. The man who was losing his daughter, just like he was. Here was someone he could really talk to. He was sure of that much now. Oh my god, detective. I apologize. I've kept things from you because I was worried that they involved classified corporate information. Oh! Karjuara's eyes glimmered with interest. Earlier today, I received some emails. They could be pertinent to the case. Would you mind letting me see them? Osawa shook his head. On the contrary... Back in front of his computer, Osawa saw that INET was still open. Pretty Honey had responded to his forum post. Let me read this. One moment, just let me read this. Osawa read the response. I got the same result. Do you really think it's too late? Don't give up hope. Hang in there. Oh, Pretty Honey's so nice. It's never too late. Every family has its share of problems. Like, you'll never find one that doesn't, I'm sure. If they exist, then they're probably psychotic and crazy. When it comes to family, there's no such thing as game over. Well, in this game, there actually is. Don't let it get you down, Julie. Besides, I did learn one thing from reading your post. In the end, a father's happiness is his daughter's happiness. Try not to cry. Try not to fucking cry, people. Karjuara peered into the monitor. A young girl is posting to a forum for people over 40 and older. It's Pretty Honey. She always replies to my threads. The detective furrowed his brow. I see. Is something the matter? No. That last line just has me curious is all. A young girl writing something like that. Well, that's neither here nor there right now. No, stop. I'm feeling things and I don't like it. Now let me see those emails if you would. Osawa opened his email. He pulled up the images of the human testing on the monitor. This really is a try not to cry challenge. Try not to cry so fucking hard. What is this? Oh, here we go with this shit. I hate this. I hated these images when I first saw them, and I still hate them now. Karjuara stared at the monitor as if unable to look away. These are images from unauthorized clinical testing of an antiviral drug I developed. Carried out by my company without my knowledge. Images of I'm sorry, what was that? The detective frowned at the unfamiliar terminology. In simple terms, the antiviral is a wonder drug to combat the UA virus. Hold on, Maria's infected with the UA virus, isn't that right? Yes, UA is a species of virus discovered in South Africa relatively recently. Roughly 12 hours after infection, patients develop a cough, then a fever, then begin vomiting, and ultimately begin to bleed uncontrollably from all over, resulting in death. The mortality rate is... Osawa was reluctant to say it. Karjuara held his breath waiting. It's nearly 100%. He's like, oh shit. Okay, I'm getting a headache from seeing this. I'm so sorry. This is some real horror movie shit. Ew. What the? Karjuara shuddered. But wait, he said after a moment. If you have this wonder drug, then Maria... Osawa shook his head. Without Tanaka, I have no means of getting it out of the lab. Karjuara's frown deepened. I see. It may not be too much to go on, but I think we can put together at least one piece of our little mystery here. Pardon me one moment. Karjuara inspected the email address of the center A, then brought up the mail header. Oh god. Oh, it's so zoomed in. You don't see email addresses like this much. It's seemingly from a foreign country, but that may be fake. You can tell that just from the email? The detective flashed a little grin. Take a look here. Oh, I can't tell. So if we just do this and then this, his fingers flew over the keyboard, calling up the header details, singling out received from field. A set of 4 numbers at the bottom is the sender's IP address. We're fucking doxed the man. Think of it as an ordinary hidden location marker of sorts. As he spoke, the detective pulled up a website called IP Station. He copied and pasted the set of 4 numbers and pressed the enter key. The monitor showed the name of the provider, connection method, and other such details. Keyword nearly 100%. Osawa couldn't make heads or tails of most of it, but one thing drew his eye. Access point, Shibuya Ward, Tokyo. Kajura went into the email programs options and checked the server info for Osawa's connection. Deep furrows formed in his forehead, yeah. This is the same provider that you use, Mr. Osawa. It's someone from the fucking inside, bro. Bruh. Oh my god, what does that mean? What kind of internet connection do you have here at your house? What's squirt? Well, it's plugged in over there, but Osawa pointed at the router. And does everyone in your family use that same line? Yes, I think so. Kajor opened up a command prompt and typed IP config. Oh, IP fucking config. Here we go. Okay, so if the same numbers we saw before pop up here, that's a bad sign. Oh. Osawa stared at the monitor. Oh my god, here we fucking go. We're fucked here. Someone from the fucking inside. Here we go. Kajor pressed enter and a black screen covered in white alpha numeric characters appeared. What the heck? Kajor muttered under his breath. Wait, what's going on? He asked. Explain simply so that I can understand. Faking an email address is simply enough, but the typical person wouldn't be able to fake an IP. It's very likely that these emails were sent from another computer inside this house. Fucking watch. Osawa had to stifle a gasp. The emails had been sent from his own house at around 11 o'clock that morning. Since Osawa hadn't sent them himself, that left only one possible culprit. You fucking bitch! Oh my god. Suddenly his phone rang, nearly startling him out of his seat. Makino's name showed on the incoming call display. Osawa quickly picked up. Is there an update on the emergency board meeting? He blurted. Makino's voice was quiet and subdued. I tried pulling whatever strings I could, but to no avail. I'm afraid holding a board meeting today just won't be possible. Oh, snap a crackle pop this motherfucking bitch. The phone fell from Osawa's hand. His only possible means of saving Maria was now gone. Keep out. To be continued? One of the two. Fucking shit. Oh my fucking god, bro. Nani? Uptime. We really only have 2 people to go with now. Oh my god. Can we not continue from the stumbling motherfucking man, please? God damn.